First of all, I'd like to congratulate you guys for taking first through third place here at the 2009 Oregon Trail Rally. Congratulations. In first place, we have Travis Pastrana. Second place, we have Tanner Faust. And in third place, we have Andy Manchin. And might I add, this is his first podium in the United States in the Rally America Series. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes.
Hi, so good.
Okay, let's start with you, Travis. You've now taken 3 wins this season and did a DNF. A DNF in 100 Acre Wood, if I remember correctly.
Tree, yes, broke my fall.
Tree broke your fall, right. Well, after 100 Acre Wood, how worried were you about seeing your placement in the standings at early on in the season?
Well, definitely. You know, you want to get some points right off the bat. I started off the season, really well, but coming down, pretty much into the wire. Like, what's so cool about this season is there's been 4 guys, and then now with Andy, there's 5 that are on pace to win. And I really haven't been the fastest at any of the rallies, but Dave Mirra called me yesterday. He's like, man, you just kind of, you're just staying in the hunt, and then everything's just stuff has been happening all the way through. And we were really lucky. This rally has a lot of rocks on it. We're some of the best roads in the country. But we had one flat tire, but we got the flat a mile from the end of the stage. I think everyone else had longer flats and bigger into the banks, and it's just I can't wait for every race this season because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. What stage did you get that flat on?
That is a very good question. The last stage of yesterday.
The last stage of yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah. So speaking of road conditions, can you tell us about what you were experiencing out there? These are new roads in the Hood River area for Rally America. Maybe there was some different conditions that you experienced. Was it pretty rough?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first stage that we started out on up here,
Gilhooly.
Honestly, it was a shorter stage, but it was probably the best one that's in the entire Rally America Championship. It's Tanner and I both, we got done, we didn't even check each other's times to see who won. We're like, dude, that was just epic, So that was a really good time and really fun. Yeah. The other stages were really diverse. You had jumps, you had fast spots, you had slow spots. The hard part was you had a lot of rocks, so you kind of had to almost step it back just a little bit to make, to give yourself an out. Or you could just roll the dice and go for it. So there was an opportunity to make up some time on this course.
Yeah, and it also looks like you had some time in between the stages at the service area to cool down on the slip and slide.
Is Matt Johnson? That guy, I tell you what, man, he's always I got a text when I came in, and he said, "Hey, slip and slide. If you don't do this, you're not a true rally driver." I don't really know what that meant, but I had to go out and. I unfortunately did not beat Matt. I got 3rd in the slip and slide, so really, I felt very disappointed in the outcome of that event, but it was good.
Very good. Thank you, Travis. But by the way, if anyone has any questions, please pipe in at any point. Any questions for Travis at this particular moment? Okay. All right. Tanner, 2nd overall. How's it going with the car? Looks like you took a big hit on the front. What happened there?
Yeah, I had a clean rally. Didn't really have a flat or anything all weekend, and then the very last stage, really probably the last rally that I will potentially be in that car, came into a tricky right 4, just went wide and hit a rock and did some damage in a couple places.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
The last rally in that car, so you're saying you have the Ford? No.
No.
Mitsubishi?
Well, because Antoine's going to be driving that car.
So
I'll have to get something else.
Okay.
So the Mitsubishi is going to Antoine up in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, how were the conditions in terms of dust for you? Was that a major factor of this rally?
Today there wasn't an issue. The organizers went to 3 minutes, and it was no problem. Yesterday, in the last leg, dust was an issue, and I think as the cars got further back in the standings, it got worse and worse. That's part of rallying is, maybe 3 or 4 corners in the stage, you had to back out of it. You'd lose maybe a few seconds each time at most. And to be honest, that's part of the strategy that goes on that a lot of people realize, and that's something that Travis and Christian are incredible at. Really, is recognizing, because we had a reseed halfway through that day, that it's really important to push those first 2 stages to be first on the road before the afternoon, when dust could be a problem. I don't know if you knew that you were doing that or not,
I like your heads up.
But so they went out first on the road there, and that's that's all part of the sport is using those reseeds. You know, when they put the cars in order of time to gain an advantage with the dust. This being like the windsurfing capital of the world, thought maybe wind would be present, but last couple days really that hasn't been the case.
It has been an absolutely beautiful couple days here in Oregon. What about at PIR? How did you enjoy those tracks when we were in Portland International Raceway?
PIR as a standalone event was incredible. I mean, there had to have been 4,000 or 5,000 people that showed up, and so I mean I think that's an amazing success. Really, I don't know what kind of promotion they did for that event or lack of promotion. I don't know, but either way, it goes to show that rallying draws people in the U.S. and they really packed the house there. The stages, okay, so rally cars on a road course. A little bit of fish out of water, but some of those stages around the outside are really fun. We have a good time at those, but I thought it actually as a whole event was great.
Very nice. So you have been seeing a lot more spectators. Maybe all three of you can kind of comment on this, on the spectators. But have you been seeing a tremendous increase in spectators? A little bit. People recognizing you more, knowing your name more, for example, or.
I noticed that people notice who Travis is. I think it's just an extra circus show. I don't know. No, yeah, certainly there are people that pay close attention to who's out there and what's going on. And I don't know if it's the events are organized in a way, or we had so many services that people could go spectate and make it back to the service or not. But dozens of people would come up with little videos of your corner crew there and say they just saw you, and that part of this event was great. Where in other events it maybe it's not possible for them to make it to the spectator area and into service, so that was cool.
Very nice.
I think especially the last year, I mean, X Games was a huge boost for us, and then kind of mellowed out a little bit, and then coming into this year, I mean, I've just been amazed, and I think rally is such a good sport because it's not like NASCAR or something where the fans can't get to the sport. They can all get to the sport and see whoever they want to see, and see Matt Johnson doing the slip and slide, and really participate in everything. So it's a pretty exciting that it's getting out to more and more people, and they actually had to cancel the stage because there were so many spectators earlier this season. So that sucks, but that's kind of cool at the same time.
Right. Yeah. Any questions for Tanner while we're up?
Just Tanner, real quick, what's your game plan for going into S2PR to get some more points?
I'm gonna send a body double in there because I've got a drift event the same weekend, and so I won't be at STPR, but we're planning on doing Maine. And part of the Rally America Championships, you get to drop 2 events. It can be difficult to place well in the championship if you use those drops, but if you see me there, then something else went wrong.
Speaking of Formula Drift, did any skills in Formula Drift help you out on PIR since on the tarmac, for example, or?
Drifting isn't really good, like training for going fast on a road course. I used to do road course driving before I got into rally and into drifting, and so that maybe benefits. But drifting is pretty much just the opposite of what you want to do on those stages. Those are all about momentum and safety.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So Andy Manchin, your first time sitting up here on the podium. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me how you're feeling right now.
Okay, I speak Polish and my co-driver is translating. Okay?
Understandable.
Bardzo rajdu, bardzo trudny, szczególnie bardzo europejskie rally.
Really, Oregon Trail was very difficult. It was very similar to European Championship, for example, in Greece, like Halkidiki rally, or another rallies, another events to World Rally Championship, like Acropolis rally. It was very difficult rally for him, but I know what he feels, what does he feel, And, for Andy, it is the biggest result in all his life, the biggest result, and you can imagine everyone how happy in rally. Yes, very well. how happy getting a big improvement during all events in Rally America, and I think that he particularly appreciate this kind of rally, because you know we together here in this kind of rally we can a lot of learn, yes, learn, a lot of learn. You know, it is for us very important, because here we are driving through the stages almost like blind people, you know, because for us it is absolutely new experiences, you know. Here we are. That's for us it is fantastic adventure, and I can go on the next event. It is in Pennsylvania, yes? Pennsylvania. Really, because I take part as well in Polish Rally Championship, you know.
Yeah, but they're starting the second.
But Andy will take part with another co-driver.
Very nice.
Great.
Question? Any questions for Andy?
I guess Andy, what was your strategy for going into this event? You know, new roads. What was your thoughts and ideas for getting into that?
What, I don't understand. Can you repeat?
Jaką strategię mieliście na ten rajd?
Strategy, yes? Aha.
Jeszcze raz?
Jaką strategię mieliście?
Znaczy, powiedz, że po prostu nasz cel był w ogóle, żeby dojechać do X Games, nie? I po prostu jedziemy cały czas jakieś 80%, my nie chcemy szkodzić samochodu, nie?
Andy said that his dream is X Games, you know, X Games, and he wants to take part in Rally America on this way that doesn't drop a car, you know, rally car, and he's driving. He said, I don't think so. He's driving about 80%.
Yeah, the last stage is 100%.
last two stages, I'm sure you can believe me. He was driving absolutely on 100%. Sometimes even more.
Speaking of X Games, as you know, there's been 8 invited athletes.
It's our friend from Poland as well, next co-driver, the best Polish co-driver. Is it me, of course?
So there has been letters sent out to 8 Rally America athletes. Travis Pastrana, you received one of these letters, as well as Tanner Faust. Almost qualifies you, because you were in X Games last year, qualifies you to come back to X Games. So you're pretty much assured of an invitation after Oregon Trail. That's one of the criteria of finishing 4 out of the first 5 events. Andy Manchin, this win right here, on sitting in 3rd place right now, brings you a giant step closer to an invite. Congratulations, fellas. Any more questions?
We got one for Andy.
Whether in Poland, maybe.
Your notes, English, or did you redo the whole notes?
I can show you. You can look at my face note. You know, we must everything translate for Polish symbols.
You read in English and you say
right 5 minus 2 into left 6. 120, left 5 plus short over the crest.
Is that how you say
over
it?
the crest?
So English.
70 kings, 70 kings.
No, I'm in Polish.
No,
Polish.
Polish.
So how do you say it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I said to him in Polish. I translated these symbols, you know.
The book translated in Polish language.
So how would you read that?
I must.
Przeczytaj po polsku!
Okay. No problem. Start. Stage 7, Fir Mountain. You know what does Fir mean? It is kind of tree. No, I am a biologist that I know very well what does Fir mean. Prawy 5 minus, do lewy 6. 120, lewy 5 plus krótki przez szczyt, 70 prostować, Kings. Prawy 5 plus przez szczyt, do lewy 5 plus przez szczyt, otwarty, open.
So you read it in English and you translate it while you're going.
No, I read in Polish. Now in Polish.
A nie, że czytasz po polsku, a mówisz po angielsku,
czytasz po angielsku, a mówisz po polsku.
Nie, po polsku. I rewrite it, you know. Before I must rewrite everything, you know, every note, every page note. You look.
Cool boy.
Yes, good job, but a lot of
to
work.
Poland, I'm going to the school and I learn English. And the next time I'm very good speaking English.
He doesn't know what he said, you know. I have a lot of experiences. I've been learning English for 10 years, you know, 10 years. But of course, very occasionally, only 1 month per year. 1 month only, 4 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. In foreign English, you know. And I'm getting some improvement, but not so much, you know. And I have many problems with communication with, for example, my friends, rally friends, and people from Rally America, and people from news, you know. It's 10 years. You can imagine 10 years. You look. I have here 10 years. Sorry.
Wait, Adam, I think you have one question.
Yeah, for Andy, just going down the line, we know what type of stages Travis likes the fast stages. Tanner's a little bit more finesse, likes the tighter stages. What's your ideal rally as far as how the stages? Fast, slow, medium, twisty, open?
Jakie odcinki ci się wydają? Technical, very technical.
Very twisty, not so far.
In Italy and in the rest of the Europe, it's very technical. Left two, right two, left two.
Except
right
Poland,
three,
you know, because
very-
in Poland you have 200,
Yeah.
left 6 plus, 300, right 6 plus, crest, under the crest 200, left 6.
So
left
so
7,
so
left
so you
7.
guys should just move Travis to Poland to get him out of the United States.
No, Ken Block's the fast guy. To be perfectly honest, I like the more technical stages, like more like a motocross track, somewhere you're pitching the car back and forth. Usually the rough and technical is not to be that kind of. Christian always tells me to grow a set when the fast stages come. And Christian's pretty much yelling at me to continue to go faster. So if I do better on those, it's all Christian.
So this Oregon Trail is right up your alley then.
Yes, this one was perfect. The other Oregon Trail actually is pretty good as well.
Right. When we were over there at Vernonia and
Yeah.
Tillamook for sure. Okay. All right, gentlemen.